Brothers, welcome back to Territorial IO. We're starting off the day here in a 25-player free-for-all battle here in the US of A. Full sending against humans is not allowed. Let's pick a little bit more of a dangerous spot in the very dangerous middle of the United States, which is typically a quick way to lose the game. But hey, we'll try it out here, see what we can do here. Now, we do have some great opportunity up north in Canada, as the player that was in the western part of Canada has left the games, or left and moved down south. Looks like he went down to Mexico. So we have a lot of opportunity to move up north. Our closest compatriot here is going to be D's over to the right of us. Hopefully not someone we have to fight with too fast, as I really want to get up north and grab all that juicy land here, as I am trying to grow just between these bots. Unfortunately, this growth pattern is a little bit too aggressive here in the smaller game, as we are quickly running out of land before we're able to get any of the or troops before we're able to get any of the land. And now we'll start to position ourselves moving up north as best we can. Fortunately for us, D's is a little bit on the slower side, and moving up north doesn't look like that's a priority for him, which means that we're going to have the jump on that and be able to gain a ton of land up north. So that is my plan. Let's see how well we can do it, just kind of making sure that D's does not get the idea in his brain that he can move up north, that it is in fact belonging to me. I do see that Seeker is also moving up north a little bit into the east for him. Want to make sure to cut that off, as I still have a ton of territory to get up north. So we are in a very good position here with the crown slightly leading over second place, which is not nowhere near us. Another great sign for our victory here, as we will continue to keep pushing out as best we can, making sure to grab the weakest bots where we can. And it does look like the player in Eastern Canada is also a bot. I need to be very cautious of that, as he actually has 50,000 troops there. A very deceptive player. So we'll just continue to keep fighting the bots here as best we can and moving our way over. It does look like we're going to get cut off from having to fight that gigantic bot, which is perfectly fine with me. I do want to get borders on this purple player over here in the east, as I do want to make sure to be able to attack him just in case that giant bot does start to aggressively go into this purple player. We can maybe get a little bit of free land out of this. Now, we are getting attacked by Seeker, which is something a little bit unfortunate. We'll take the truces with a Knight, Ohio, and then this other red player, and just kind of hold the line here as best we can, building up our troops, hopefully dissuading Seeker from attacking us. There's no need for us to fight at this exact moment, and it doesn't look like any of his neighbors are going to join in on this front, so we've quickly outpaced him in terms of troops. And now let's ask him for a truce. Just be like, hey buddy, bygones and bygones. Yes, he agrees. Wonderful. D's is asking for us for a truce, but honestly, I'm probably going to attack him. But this purple player has done exactly what we were ready for in aggressively attacking the white bot, using all of his troops to get this done. So we will take all of his land and start to push over into this white bot as well. So a lot of good things have developed for us, as we are now leading by about 50,000 pixels. Second place is in 35,000 pixels. And this black player, this Empire guy, has also full sense on this purple player. So let's go ahead and grab the rest of his land. If you are new to the game, the amount of troops you attack with does not increase the speed in which you attack. That is based on the pixel size of your empire, with the big bricks coming at 60,000 and 150,000 pixels. So we are about at 60,000, so we're going to be moving hopefully faster in the next attack, whoever we do attack. And now we can just kind of build up time. Creamy is wanting us to attack D's, not necessarily someone I want to go in, mostly because I don't want to have borders on Creamy, but it does look like he's engaging in that fight without us, so it does look like something we're going to be forced into engaging regardless, as Creamy does take out D's. So let's go ahead and grab the rest of his land over here, continuously trying to build up our troops and build up opportunities. Looks like Madagascar is a little bit on the weaker side as well, as he leaves and becomes a bot, and that's a bot unfortunately we're gonna have to deal with, as well as Creamy, who is also a bot. Let's go ahead and grab the rest of these guys' land down here. Now this is going to give us dangerous borders in the southern lands, which is a little bit on the scary side for us, but hopefully something we'll be able to overcome here, as Ohio is a little bit on the weak side too, and I do need to be worried about the weaker players around me. I need to prevent gang ups before they happen, so Ohio looks like the nicest target for me. I don't need to sit around here and just wait for players like Knight and DTO to become a lot stronger, as bot Ohio has left the game. We will now just continuously attack Ohio here and hopefully wipe him out quickly, and then just be able to kind of pick our target from here. Now we do also need to watch out for Seeker, who has betrayed us in the past and might do so again. So we will just hold the line here, building up troops, and I say betray, but you know, this is a free-for-all, so everyone's free game as we betray our once neighbor over here of last days of school. So we'll start to fight him, as we are in a little bit of a race against DTO and Knight, who are both attacking the green player over there in California, as that player did full send against DTO, which means we are now losing a very important race against these two players. we need to be able to be ready for the gang up opportunity against us. And there goes Seeker full sending against Botno. Let's go ahead and grab what little land we can here from Seeker. Unfortunately, Knight had the angle on us, and we have the same amount of pixel count in terms of speed as Botno has left the game. That is a little bit good for us, as Knight's gonna be slightly distracted having to fight that bot, which means we can take out this player right here. And there we go. We're a little bit strong, but are we strong enough to fight the entire world? No, we're not. Now I see that Knot is attacking Shroot Farms, but DTO is attacking us. So let's go ahead and take advantage of not fighting Shroot Farms and hopefully be able to take out DTO before Knight gets involved in this fight. This is our best play, at least for right now, as DTO is consistently attacking us, which is the right thing to do. Let's try and get truces with these two players we have not attacked. Shroot Farms does full send on Knot, so let's go ahead and jump on the rest of this land. Knight has engaged against us, which is to slightly be expected. Hopefully Knot remains on our side. He was attacking DTO with us, and he might still want to do that. But in this case, he probably will attack us, which is the smarter thing to do, is helping team up against me. And he does, so I'm going to quickly try and take him out, as he does have a good chunk of land, and I don't want him to be able to build up to red interest before that. So we'll keep an eye on our pixel count here. We have 153,000 pixels. We'll see if we're able to maintain that with the amount of land that we're getting from Knot. And we are a much stronger position. We have lost a ton of troops here, but now we can just go ahead and take the fight to what is now the second strongest player here in Knight. So we'll be building up to our max interest and then fighting Knight and hoping for the best here. The reason you want to fight the second strongest player is their attacks are going to do substantially more damage than the third strongest player. As you can see, Knight has 126,000 pixels to DTO's 86. So Knight's attacks are always going to be more detrimental to us, but if we're able to slow him down and take little bits off of him with every cycle, we're going to be in a lot stronger position. I'm basing the cycle off the white bar at the top that's filling up vertically. So we will just constantly be attacking right before that bar fills up, and you get a little bit of a bonus in troops when that cycle is filled up based on the amount of land that you hold. So we're denying Knight that little bonus and giving it to ourselves, even though we are getting attacked by DTO. This is a game of attrition here, and as you can see, Knight is quickly falling behind. He's all the way down, and there he goes. He full sends on us, recognizing that the game is about to be over. So we have now conquered Knight, and all that's left for us to do is to fight DTO here. So we'll begin that battle here, as we have about twice as many pixels as DTO, and we are at red interest, so we'll begin fighting him right now. We'll go ahead and increase that right here. He throws up the white flag. We'll say GG's to you, sir. You played rather well, but it is our game to win here. So we'll constantly be attacking DTO, knocking him back ever so slightly, as he still has about 13 million. No need for us to rush into this one. And he is asking us to spare him, but alas, that is not the way that the game goes. And we had become enemies a little bit earlier on, so no need to peace out here. Although he did play a good game, and much respect to you, DTO. You played well. I just got a little bit lucky with Shroot Farms full sending there, but we were in a great position to get lucky. So a lot of things went our way, but we also put ourselves in a position to get lucky. So we'll just continuously attack DTO here, as he is down to 8 million troops, and we are still at 22 million. So we will just consistently keep knocking him down here, being a little bit cautious with our troops, as there's no need to be overly aggressive. But at this point, we are very strong, so we can just go ahead and increase our attacks and finish up the game here. As he is at 7,000, we'll just full send and see if any other players are there wanting to attack us. And that down goes DTO, so GG's to all involved, and we will move on to the next game. All right, next game up is going to be the Pawn. There are 10 players in this one. Focusing against humans is allowed. Let's try and pick a spot away from the rest of the players. Let's go up north. This looks like a decent spot for us. Good, kind of a mix of players here, as everyone's giving themselves a little bit of space. Yeah, very centered and aligned pawn. I'm liking my spot the best. I have a lot to get in the corner, and it doesn't look like I'm going to share it too much. The only spot that was really not taken was the top middle, which is a great opportunity for us. So my goal here is going to be able to cut off the players from the south from being able to go up farther in the north, and then push out south as best as possible and to the east, saving the bots behind me, encapsulating a number of bots in the northwest to come back to later. So we'll see how well that can do. I am going to go ahead and be a little bit aggressive here with my troop count, just to get through as many bots as I can. Unfortunately, I think this was a little bit too big of a map to do the strategy on, as we are desperately running out of troops rather quickly. I'm not sure how well it benefits us, but we do finally get a little bit of a foothold here, be able to build some traction and move our way out. So we were able to go down south as best we were able to. I feel pretty good about that. Now we need to continue down south as much as we can, preventing that green player from being able to go up north, and then we push over into the east. So that is our plan. Let's see how well we can execute it here, as we are trying to get the bots when they are at their weakest in their full sending. Unfortunately for us, we are misfiring on a few of these attacks, but that is perfectly fine. We still do have the crown and are maintaining it and have a good pace to be able to take out a lot of this land. No one did spawn in the top middle as a late spawn, so this is very good for us. We have a ton more land to get, and we're doing a good job of cutting off the Italian Empire from being able to go further up north, so this is working out very well for us as we've completely secured the western side of our expansion, and now we can push to the east and down south in a lot more aggressive fashion. But I am waiting for some of these bots to lose some of their troops. I don't need to be sacrificing all my troops just to try and attack some bots that I will get at some point. Now, fortunately for us, Super Blah and player 111 have kind of slowed each other down in their eastern expansion, having to fight this bot WoW. So they have been able to take that bot out, but at a big sacrifice in terms of land that they were able to get, giving it all to me. So this is working out rather nicely for me. Now I do need to keep an eye on my troops, as I am a prime gang up target, especially in a lower population game. But I have encapsulated a number of bots behind me, so I do have a lot of room still to grow here, as my pixel count advantage is about 40,000 pixels and only going to increase here as we do finish up the remainders of the bots behind us here. And there we go. We're rather strong here, so let's go ahead and grab the rest of these little bots along here. But player 111 has decided to attack us. Super Blah was offering us a truce, so let's go ahead and see if he's still interested in that, as bot 111, or player 111, has become a bot, which is good for us. Super Blah has given us a truce, so now we can just sit back and building up our troops. No need for us to be aggressive here. We are in the winning position. There's no need for us to sacrifice troops. The best thing we can do in this position is build up our troops. So now that bot is incredibly weak, let's go ahead and snipe the rest of his land. The two biggest players are at the bottom of the map, and they have to go through Super Blah and Italian Empire in order to get to me. And that's what Ukraine's trying to do right now. I am not going to help fight Super Blah at all. I'm just going to take this time to build up my troops, build up my advantage, getting ready for that 2v1 that is eventually coming with the two southern players. So we are at about 5 million troops. Our max red interest is going to be hitting at 19 million. So again, we have a lot of growing to do here, but we are building up a pretty nice advantage. But again, you have to think of it in terms of, are we going to be strong enough to fight two players at once? And right now we could maybe start to win that battle, but we definitely want to make sure that that is a solid yes before we start to engage anybody. As we are finally at 10 million troops, we can still afford to save up a little bit more, as the Italian Empire is holding a line against us, and so is Super Blah. But now Italian Empire has started to work against Super Blah. He boated over in a very interesting move. I think Super Blah is at this point where he's not going to survive anymore, and I do need to work my way down Ukraine. So let's go ahead and be very aggressive with Ukraine, try and snipe him off the board before they have the opportunity to team up against me, as the Italian Empire is still holding the line here. We'll take out this player as well. Ukraine is offering a truce, but that was a truce I was never interested in, and this very much secures our victory here, as now we hold over 65% of the board with only one true enemy remaining. Italian Empire was a great ally to me, as he is offering a truce. I will save you, sir. You did a great job in saving me, so I will return the favor here as we do finish up this red player who's full sent on Italian Empire, but we are able to save Italian Empire. So we will give one ye kissy, claps of good sportsmanship, the peace sign, and then one ye kissy face for the boys. And as we do start to wrap things up, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching, especially if you made it this far in the episode. If you have made this far in the episode, hey, give it a thumbs up, really helps out a lot. If you're new around here, subscribe for more. I put videos every day, but boys, I will see you in the next one.